Hey everybody, today was a great day at the Hive. I had Kelty and Joy from what was known as Salt Lake City, Utah, and now known as Mill Creek, Utah, out at the Hive today. Joy and I actually went to high school together, haven't seen each other in 22 years. Joy found me on Facebook and reached out, and her and Kelty came by as she was at home visiting. So it was great to see Joy and get to meet Kelty. Also today, did something a little adventurous, and I opened the brood nest. Really worried about swarming. The hive was becoming honey-bound and just space in general. Going foundationless, this is a new problem that I'm noticing. I only have 5 drawn-out frames, and the bees are hatching every day, emerging out, and there's just no space for the queen to lay. I saw her laying very high up where they were storing honey. It looks like she's looking for any place to lay. Even my outer frames were filled with brood. I tried placing the nest above, the empty frames above. That didn't work. I tried placing them below. That didn't work. So I want to prevent swarming. I'm concerned that they're going to swarm. I don't have any swarm cells yet, so it feels like they haven't made up their mind to do that. So I'm hoping this will prevent that. However, though, an open brood nest is a risk because with an open brood nest, the brood is not all together, keeping warm, getting fed. But I think with the weather we're having the next couple of days, it's going to be really hot. Even at night, it's going to be warm. I'm hoping this works out. We'll see. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Thanks. The smoke will drive them down. They're a little loud. I don't like them this loud. So
what's the purpose of this roof area?
this is your inner cover. It keeps them from building comb on top of the. It keeps them from building comb on top of that.
Okay.
Otherwise, they'll build comb on that. So we're going to open the cover. The thing I'm going to look for is to make sure the queen's not on the other side.
Yeah.
So you'll see them. They'll go down when you put smoke on them.
Oh yeah.
It takes them off a little bit, but it also. So that bee was a guard bee. If they fly at you and ping you, it's called they're pinging you. They're a little ticked off. What I can see here on this frame is they're pulling out capped honey. We'll check this one out. So I could have used my hive tool. It's right there. Mm-hmm. But my bees aren't into propolis. Propolis is what sticks
the glue,
yeah, they get it from trees. They don't do a lot of it. Mm-hmm. All right. So this is like a really classic pattern. This is awesome. Mm-hmm. The top is honey, right?
Okay.
Oh,
I see the difference.
Okay, this here. Okay, so when you have foundationless, it's stuck up there on their own, so I can't tilt it. If you have wax or a foundation, you can tilt it. So here, this is capped honey. If I blow on them, they'll move. This is pollen.
Okay.
And then this row hatched. She lays in like concentric circles, right?
Gotcha, yeah.
So this row already hatched. This is brood. This is worker brood. These will be worker bees.
Yep.
Sometime in the next 2 weeks. This is all worker brood. This was the original hatch. I don't see. Okay, now if you look up here, do you see the larva? Look right in there. It looks like a little white.
I do.
So that I know that she laid that sometime in the last week. Mm-hmm. So I know my queen was alive within the last week. Joy, you want to check it out? They're not really too bad here.
Yeah, come on.
They're pretty calm.
So in the cells towards the top that are a little more transparent.
I mean, I'm gonna get stung on my hand. I haven't yet, but it's gonna happen.
When you get stung, do you like try not to drop it, obviously, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That would hurt.
So do you see right here in the corner? Do you see all the different colors of the pollen they're bringing in? Mm-hmm. And then what they do is they mix it with honey, and it's called bee bread, and that's what they feed the larvae. Okay. So when I see that, I mean that means there's lots of different plants that they're working on. This is, pretty awesome. So we're like deep into the brood chamber now. And this is really like a classic look. This looks awesome. We've got capped honey at the top. We've got our first cycle hatched. You can see that circle on the outside. Mm-hmm. They're doing the bee bread. Do you see that bee at the bottom? It's stuffing its head in there. Yeah. They push pollen in with their head. So they just shove it in there. Kelty, you want to pull one out?
Sure.
All right. So why don't you take this one?
Okay.
With gloves, it's a little different feel. Mm-hmm. Just pinch it up. Just the only thing to remember is to hold it straight. Don't tilt it.
Yes.
Show Joy what you got. Oh, a bee went under my shirt. That would have hurt.
Right.
He would have stung my belly because he had no choice.
See how they really get in there, don't they?
Yeah.
Tell me what you got. Look at that.
Kelty in the hive. You find the queen? I saw your face.
I mean, I see one with a longer abdomen.
Bee bread mix here. And then, can you guys see larva? Hopefully that's showing up on camera. All the larvae in there.
What am I looking for?
The white larva. You want
Look
to
in
point
the
out?
clearer
Inside?
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, look through the clearer ones, and sometimes you'll see a little. It looks like a worm, but it's white. Like just curled up, because you can still see
Oh,
through
I
them
see
at
a
that
couple.
point
I
before
see
they
a
cap
couple
up.
of them, yeah.
Here, look on the side, right in the center. There's a whole bunch. Right
Oh,
in there.
yep, there they are.
And then there's some even up here, which means I feel like she's running out of space. That's why I really want to.
Huh?
I really want to get the.
So the combs,
They built those too.
they made those?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all. They made all of that comb, and I didn't use it.
Because
Crazy.
this is just a rectangular frame when you get right up in here.
Okay. I definitely have some ticked off bees by me. Was it a bee or just? Oh,
No,
that's
I just
nectar.
see where they're laying.
Oh,
it's-
up there, that's nectar. They're storing nectar. That'll be honey,
Oh, okay.
eventually.
Okay.
And so the key on honey is they have to evaporate it till the water content is less than 18.5%.
Yeah.
And once that happens, then nectar is now honey. So we're gonna check the bottom box and see if they're drawing that out. Yeah, this is the one. I'm going to add this in here. What I'm trying to do is encourage them.
Love it. You're so weird.
Good, man. I'm glad you're digging this. So we're just trying to encourage them to build comb. It's got a lot of brood, but I think we're going to be okay. I think it's warm enough. Getting pushed off there. So we're going to just try to push these all close together as possible and kind of centered in the box. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to just tighten this all up.
And they start from the center pretty much, so they're not necessarily going to go to the wall unless it gets completely full.
Yeah, they pull the wall out later, and they typically fill it with honey. So the fact that we have,
It's nearly full.
yeah, brood on the wall means she's running out of space, which is worrying me because if she feels she's out of space, that's when they'll swarm.
What were you saying about the bottom? That this is bottomless, or what's...
Oh, okay, no. So this is a screened bottom board.
Okay. So you can also look in there for mites too, right?
Yeah, and so the mites. See, that's a common perception that the mites will fall on here, but they don't. But what you can look for is small hive beetle. This is the back of a like tablecloth, like a picnic tablecloth.
Okay.
I learned this on the Flow Hive YouTube page, and so I just scratched it, and the bees will chase out the beetle. They just need a little bit of help. So some people put like mineral oil down there. It's kind of messy. So I learned this technique, and if you see right there, there's a small hive beetle, and there's a small hive beetle, but we didn't see any in the hive
Okay.
because the bees are chasing them down,
Yeah.
and they get stuck down here. Where it gets bad is the bees chase them down, and they crawl back up, and the bees chase them down. But we're all
That's
good, man.
great.
How'd it go?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
Love it. That was awesome.
How'd you feel, man?
That was great.
That was great.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Dude, this is my first year, man. You go to if you
Well,
can find a
I'll go
class.
get a class at community
And
college.
and so
for sure.
Utah's the beehive state.
Yeah.
So we have tons of beekeeper
I know.
places.
You got so many great resources. Now, look, you are going to find some people that are anti-flow, so you just kind of got to navigate through that.
Yeah.
But like what we're doing right here, every beekeeper is doing.
Right.
Like this has nothing to do with the Flow Hive. That
No.
is solely.
You still have to do that.
That's
I know
solely like a super technique. And so once they understand like you're serious and you want to do what's right for the bees, you don't think you're going to come in here and make $50,000 off honey, then they're generally good.